Hello and a very warm welcome to this edition of Insight. And Insight today we are going to talk about the UN's report on the state of food insecurity in the world 2013. Well, according to the report, the number of world hungry has dropped to 1 in 8 people, making the goal of halving the hunger by 2015 possible despite the continued problems in sub-Saharan Africa and Southern Asia. But interesting would be how India is going to be figuring out in these statistics in the data that has been revealed, because let's not forget that we are the third largest economy in the world, housing a third of the world's poor, and there are some other problems also that the country faces, along with of course the problems that this particular region also faces. We'll talk about all of that in this edition of Insight.
Hunger was the major issue faced by the people's society.
Yes, hunger. It's an emotion. We can say hunger is an emotion. It's not a feeling, but it's a combination of both feeling and emotion. Hunger, it's both. We can say that it's not just a bit, because it's
distress associated with lack of food. The threshold for food depletion and undernourishment is lesser than 1,800 calories per day.
Yes, most of us are facing hunger. Most of the people in the world is facing hunger. Mostly by the middleman and also by the lower sections of the society. It's a fundamental disaster that must be eliminated from the world. It's possible. The possibility whether we can remove it or not just lies in the hands of top persons in society.
As per the WHO report, there are 1.9 million children are overweight, and there are 90 millions of children are overweight also.
Yeah. Then it's totally a global disaster that must be. Hunger is the issue faced by most of the middlemen and lower society in the world. So it's our duty to eliminate hunger. So what can we do? We can do only, we can donate our food, we can give our food to needy ones. Duty to give our food, we should not waste the food.
Yes, we waste food.
Yes, we wasted.
So as a winning, then can we take the food? Can we give the much portion of the food and so can we give the food to the needy?
On September 3, 2019, the Supreme Court of India agreed to examine a petition that asked the court to ensure that no person in India went to sleep on an empty stomach. The plea against hunger by a group of activists suggested many steps, including community kitchens and a national food grid to feed the poor. But why is such an intervention required in India now? Over the last 20 years, total food grain production in the country increased from 198 million tons to 269 million tons. Despite this increase, the rate of malnutrition in India remains very high. The National Health Survey reports approximately 19 crore people in the country are compelled to sleep on an empty stomach. It adds that approximately 4,500 children under the age of 5 die every day due to hunger and malnutrition. Further, a study by the United Nations World Food Programme says that malnutrition is passed on from generation to generation. Mothers who are hungry and malnourished produce children who are stunted and underweight. According to the National Family Health Survey number 4, India has unacceptably high levels of stunting. In 2015 to 2016, 38.4% of children below 5 years were stunted and 35.8% were underweight. The highest levels are in Jharkhand, Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat and Maharashtra. At the national level, stunting is highest among children from scheduled tribes, which is 43.6%, scheduled castes, which is 42.5%, and other backward castes, which is 38.6%. The government's National Nutrition Mission, also known as Poshan Abhiyan, aims to reduce stunting by 2% a year, thus bringing down the proportion of stunted children in the population to 25% by 2022. Also, the aim of the National Nutrition Strategy of 2017 is to achieve a malnutrition-free India by 2022. State-funded community kitchens that could offer a solution are not new in India. The plea in Supreme Court pointed out how Tamil Nadu's Amma Unavagam has become a success by involving peers in self-help groups and employing the poor to serve hygienic food to eradicate the gnawing problem of hunger on the streets. The petition also referred to how Rajasthan's Annapurna Rasoi, Indira canteens in Karnataka, Delhi's Aam Aadmi canteen, Anna canteen in Andhra Pradesh, Jharkhand Mukhyamantri Dalbat and Odisha's Ahar Center were combating starvation and malnutrition.